Hey guys, so I want to do a quick little speed test comparison here, as well as camera test between the new Moto G and the Xperia M4 Aqua, so we can see which one gives you the most bang for buck here. Both of them coming with some very nice waterproofing, so these two very durable handsets here. We can see which one is quicker here as well. Both coming with slightly different internals, Snapdragon 410, Snapdragon 615 in the M4 Aqua. Uh, 1 gig of RAM in this particular variant of the Moto G versus 2 gigs of RAM. So slightly more advanced Android on the Moto G 5.1.1 versus 5.0 on the M4 Aqua, which is quite old lollipop. Might not be some time before we get a newer version, knowing Sony. But you can see the Moto G very quick here when it comes to the booting up. We can just make sure we've got rid of some stuff here. And if we come out of all this, and also this one, so we can just start up some apps here, see what happens, because obviously technically the M4 Aqua should dominate here because it's running a slightly more advanced processor technically. But you can see here the Moto G seems to be doing very well starting off. Wow, waiting for a while then. So maybe this has something to do with the the skin Sony uses, because obviously there's not much skin when it comes to the Moto G. Everything just seems to be very stock. I think I do have a game as well, which we're going to open in a moment. We can definitely see here literally everyone has opened up quicker on the new Moto, which is good. Let's try a game here, City Racing 3D. So I think bit loud for this time in the morning, but you can see here the Moto G did get into the game a little bit quicker then. I think we've got another one here. So I think again the Moto G did get into this one quicker as well. So we can just move on to the web browsing now, and we can just start off by looking at some sites here. GSM Arena. So I think both of these connected to my 2G network. In fact, the M4 Aqua does support 5 gigs network Wi-Fi, so that's should give it a little advantage here maybe. Phone Arena. So very quick here on the right. responding to my touch then. Let's try that again. So is it doing anything? What are you doing? I don't know what's happening here with the Aqua, but I think you can see here the Moto G's pulled a point back there, and we can see Tech radar looked a little bit quicker on the M4 Aqua again there, maybe. So that was, I think, the Moto G actually clicking on the link, but the M4 Aqua did load the page a bit quicker in the overview. So again, it seemed to load the page a bit quicker here. I think I'm going to give it mixed actually when it comes to the web browsing. The M4 Aqua started off strongly, but didn't really keep going there. You can just try the multitasking. So this should be really the M4 Aqua's domain. And straight away I'm seeing quite a big difference here with the, well, that was a point to the M4. Again, much quicker here on the left, 3-1. To me it seems the Moto G is actually winning here, which is weird. If this is the 1 gig model, then I imagine a 2 gig model will be even better. Like pretty disappointing multitasking here on the M4. What about the game? So I did load the advertisement here as well, a little bit quicker, which is good. Temple run. So we've got this annoying login thing here, about the same for Temple Run. But to me it just seems that the Moto G was faster when it comes to the reloading of things there, if you ask me. You know, maybe it's handling its resource a bit better, but then again it can reload now and again, I think, because of that 1 gig of RAM. So probably a little bit unpredictable there. No reloading here, so it's going a bit backwards now. Looks like the M4 Aqua's finally woken up, so it couldn't be just a flawless victory here. So you can see there, I think the Moto G's done very well given the resource constraints. Definitely think there could be some improvement on the M4 Aqua going forward. In terms of the cameras, I did do a quick little comparison of those as well. Did a bit of nighttime shooting actually, as well as the daytime shooting. I think it can be summarised with the Moto G coming out on top when it came to the daylight shooting. To me it just looked like the detail was a bit better. There was less kind of weirdness when it came to the exposure and sharpening of the images. This shot, for example, looks very nice in terms of the colours, etc., and not too over sharpened, whereas it looks a little bit unrealistic here on the M4 Aqua, which I did see also on this shot. Both do a very good job nevertheless. You know, I'm not completely nitpicking, but I think the daytime shots are the Moto G's domain. In terms of the nighttime shots, it is a different story. I think the M4 Aqua handled that a little bit better, because the images were a little bit more brighter, which you could make out things a little bit better. And you know, I think that in general I would prefer to use the M4 Aqua at night, but that's just my opinion. You can have a look here to see if you agree or not. I did also do a quick little test of the video recording as well in low light, so you can check that out as well. So when it comes to the camera, it's quite tough to say here really. You know, I think both of them offer basically advantages and disadvantages really. Definitely think that the Moto G has come on leaps and bounds compared to how it used to be. The M4 Aqua is a solid shooter all around. Yeah, I think that summarises this little comparison here. You can see even though the 1 gig model of the Moto G is obviously a little bit inferior in terms of the specs, it can certainly hold its own when it comes to the app opening, and in terms of the browsing and multitasking, a little bit more mixed there, but I was very impressed with the way the new Moto G handled its resources. Hopefully when Sony gets around to updating the M4 Aqua to 5.1.1, we'll see an improvement of the performance here. Both of them come with meager storage though, which is quite annoying, but very good in terms of the resistance. Obviously this one coming with IP I think 67 versus IP X7, so slightly more higher water resistance here on the M4 Aqua, but I think the smart kind of software things that you get on the Moto G are a little bit more better than what you get on the M4 Aqua. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this little comparison here, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.